The Tower of Babel is a strange story, and a lot has been read into it about why it's important and what it means. I'd like to actually start by looking at something that Paul said in 1 Corinthians chapter 1. And he says, why are all these divisions among you? Why are there so many fightings between you guys? Some people are following Paul, and some are Apollos, and some are Peter. Why aren't you all following after the Most High God? You use the same Bible, your teachers follow the same religion, and yet you're making these conflicts among yourselves. In the Tower of Babel, it says that the reason why they chose to create this city and this tower was to unify themselves and to make a name for themselves. And I think that one of the problems that we find in theology and our religion, that we want to distinguish ourselves from anyone else around us, not by the God that we serve, but by the name that we choose to identify with. And really what we're creating for ourselves is a Tower of Babel, a way to isolate ourselves from those who believe differently from us, so that we can feel a sense of security in who we are and what we believe. This is exactly the opposite of what God commanded us to do. He says to go out into all the world and teach about Him, not to build ourselves a city and erect a fortification and invite people to come in to us, but to go out. And we find ourselves ingrown and weakened by this, in that we don't know how to be challenged. We don't know how to articulate what we believe to a world that doesn't understand it. We know how to speak our own language, but we don't know how to go out in the world and be the light to them that they really need to see. We're not comfortable with being challenged in our faith. We're not secure enough in who God is. We want to fortify ourselves with people around us who believe the same things and that we're comfortable with, as opposed to going out into the world and reaching into the community and growing in our relationship with God by being challenged in it and learning to see how God has different ways of relating Himself to those around us. We want to be secure and comfortable in the name that we create for ourselves, not in the potential of what God is desiring for us to be.